Hello everyone, and welcome back to Overwatch 2, and once again I'm going to be doing a video about Stadium, and I wanted to make sure I preserved this, just in case a patch comes out tomorrow and it's gone. I learned that mistake with another game I wanted to preserve, and then a patch came out and the replays were gone. So this time I'm making sure I capture it, especially since I've been sharing the details about this particular game here, and people have been just kind of like, "Blah? Wah?" Like that minion from Despicable Me. Wah? Let's just say that my stats in this game, this entire 7-round game, were pretty... well, I'm just going to say it, outstanding, to the point where people were just kind of like so stunned by it and asking about it, to the point where I'm just going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and show it for y'all. So, when you look at it here, it's only going to show you the stats for the round, which you can see in the 7th round, I went off 22 and 11 and 1. More damage than healing, but let's just say I was at a point where I basically had to put this team on my back and carry them to a win. And I'm not going to shy away from that. My teammates did not exactly step up and do as much as I did, and I will make a point of that in the overall stats of the game. I will kind of explain that as well. Now, before we do that, though, also I want to go ahead and take this moment to show off. Currently at Pro 4 for support, but I have made All-Star as both tank and DPS now. Try to find how many other people have made All-Star in 2 roles, let alone 1 so far. But, in case there are those of you that have also been wondering about, like, Moira. Well, there is one build that I think a lot of people tend to like. Be recorded to investigate and verify, and that is the Orb build. Now, that's not quite what I did in this game. I actually changed up my build compared to what my usual Orb build would have been. This is kind of like the Orb build I would have come up with here. It's, of course, focused on ability power and focused primarily on your orbs, because once you buff up your orbs a lot, they can do a lot to help you out in your team. And cause a lot of havoc. Cross Orbal, of course, to have both orbs launched every time. Multi-ball to have 3 of your selected orb launch out with 85% reduced effectiveness. And then there's, if you want to keep going that route, you can go Phantasm and Optimal Overflow. However, I changed up my build as I progressed through that game. So some of the other things that you can be able to take that I actually ended up taking were Precarious Potency, because I felt like I need to up my healing for the game, so which gives them more of a heal over time. Which I guess it would be more effective if I actually invested into weapon power. So if you were going into a weapon power build, this is definitely a decent option to take if you want to also focus on your healing. A lot of Moiras tend to focus, when they do weapon power builds, they have a tendency to become DPS Moiras only, and will take things such as Deconstruction, Chain Grasp, Ethereal, Excision, because they're just focusing on diving the backline and DPSing as opposed to actually, like, you know, helping support their team and heal them. A lot of Moiras will just straight up ignore healing their team entirely and just DPS, to which I say, if you do that, you are trolling your team and you're going to lose. A DPS Moira is not going to be enough to win a game for your team. You have to do, but it's the same thing I said about Zenyatta in the other video. You have to do both. That is the point of their characters. You are not there to just be DPS as a support character. You are there to do both damage and heal. It's like what Thanos said. Balance. Perfectly balanced. As all things should be. Anyways, that's my perspective and philosophy on support characters in this game. You can't just be a DPS. You actually have to try and do a decent balance of the two to support your team, okay? Just because you're good at damage doesn't mean you should only damage. You actually have to contribute healing. Otherwise, you are forcing your other support to be a solo heal, and nobody wants to be the solo heal on your team. Nobody wants to do that. Not even the Mercies want to just be a solo heal bot. They actually would like to have some help. I'm speaking on behalf of all you Mercy players out there. help out your Mercy and don't make your Mercy player be a solo healer. They don't want to do that. Okay, maybe some do, but not all Mercy players want to just be a solo heal bot. So anyways, this is of course the tree that you're mainly going to be focusing on. As you'll see in the replays, I kind of like did some variations of what I was trying to do, where you're trying to, because you're focused on orbs, you're not just trying to focus on ability power, you're also trying to focus on cooldown reduction as well. Extendrils, of course, is one of the best for that particular build. If you're trying to also focus on Coalescence, you can also grab this as well, but this is also if you're trying to damage boost a particular teammate and such. But yeah, you'll see the build as we progress. So rather than show it in the practice range, I'm just going to let the replay speak for itself. So, we'll start off with round 1. And yes, I'm showing the replays for all 7 rounds because I feel like you guys need to see this, and I had a lot of questions about it afterwards. So, these were the matchups here, in case you're wondering. We had a Rhine duel here, though what's funny is that our Rhine said right from the get-go that he was going to be trying a charge build. He wanted to try it out. And at first I was like, you guys got to keep in mind I have 200 hours on Reinhardt, and I am an all-star Reinhardt player in Stadium. So I'm pretty familiar with Rhine when it comes to that. But I looked at their composition, and I saw a Rhine, I saw a Genji, and I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Because you can't exactly go shield build against these guys because they just ignore your shield, and you definitely shouldn't fire strike against a Genji. So charge against a Rhine and a Genji is actually not bad. The only other option you have is melee, but that leaves you vulnerable to the soldier if he goes with a build that actually focuses on that. So their Rhine actually did go with smashing and their soldier at supervisor. The Genji went for the swing of Dragon Blade after you deflect, clone for the Kiriko, and of course Threads of Fate. Meanwhile, our Rhine went with Shield Stampede to start off, double-barreled for our Ashe, chain gun for our soldier. I was like, oh boy. And the pinpoint prescription for our Ana, I went with the Cross Orbital, of course, along with Winning Attitude, Charge Plating, and Power Playbook, which are usually my go-tos when I'm doing an ability power build. So I was a little concerned, to be honest, but I was hoping it was going to work out. I think I'm just going to go ahead and show my perspective. So let me jump back a bit. So on this map, it can always be a little tricky trying to figure out, okay, is the first fight going to take place to the left over here or to the right near the robot? Like, do you want to go ahead and grab that first head start on the robot, or do you want to try and get the kills first and then get the robot? And with the way our team was kind of scattered about here, I kind of had a feeling, okay, we're not playing this robot well. We're not really grouped up well. We're not handling this well. This may not go well at all for us. And of course, they have their team. They have their Rhine charging us. Our Ana got pinned because our Ana didn't save her sleep for the charging Reinhardt. The Genji, of course, is diving us. I was hoping I could be able... I actually had conflicting feelings on whether or not to go with a hands build, or I guess weapon power build. I just call them the orb build and the hands build because of course, that's how we differentiate the stuff for Moira. I considered going with a hands build because of the Genji, because... I mean, Moira is one of the best counters to Genji when you think about it. As long as he doesn't deflect your orb, you basically can just, take care of a Genji for your team. But I decided to go ahead and stick with what I know and I'm comfortable with and familiar with. And unfortunately, the Genji does get me here. And it's always annoying as a Moira when a Genji gets you, because you know you're a counter to him, and if he can get you, you know that's got to make him feel good, where he's like, he took care of one of his counters. So I really wanted to get this Genji, so I realized he was over here. So I was going to ult to help out with this upcoming fight, because we had to keep this round going, but I wanted to make sure I got the Genji back for getting me there, so because sometimes that can be a little petty in this game. So we do get a couple of kills here and do kind of win this fight to keep it going, at least for the most part. But most importantly, we get kills on people who had bounties on them. So that way we could claim their bounties, because that's going to pay off as the game continues. Because as you can see, if you look at the top right at my icon, I now have 8.6, more than anyone on my team. That's going to be a continuing trend in this game. So because we have little time left, I know we have to stay on the robot. My team, however, is just kind of not really understanding or realizing that. They're still back there. I'm like, guys, we have to push the robot. You can probably guess this is not going to last long. Now, I know not everyone is going to be, like, super, like, you know, focused on winning and such, especially when they're trying stuff out. But at the same time, sometimes people, you know, do need to realize that there are probably going to have teammates that are going to be trying to focus on actually winning. So, yeah, we lose that first round, and I wasn't surprised based on how that was going. But I have said this for a while, and I keep telling this to other people. The first round is always going to be a toss-up because for many people, your builds are not going to be going yet. Your builds are not going to be, like, coming online yet. Just because you have your first power and the first few greens doesn't mean anything. It's once you get some of the other stuff, like either your second power or a couple of specific items, that your builds are going to start to really kind of get going. And in my case, because I had the most cash, I was able to get both Extendrils and Smart Orbs for the second round. And when you pair those up, this is where the orb build can really start to become more effective.
Our teams have 20 seconds left.
So our Ryan was clearly just trying to try something out and have some fun. After the 7th round, he was like, okay, that was fun, but I don't think I'm ever going to do it again. And I was like, yeah, I don't blame you.
About to close.
I would have loved to have talked to the soldier and been like, dude, this is not... Like, I get you taking salvage slugs here, but at the same time, they have a Mercy and a Genji who's jumping around all over the place, so you should have taken the damage against flying enemies. And the soldier shouldn't have taken chain gun first, he should have taken the visor thing, but hey, maybe he was confident in his aim. Spoilers, I don't think he was. And the Genji took the upgrade duration on the Dragon Blade. So let's once again look at my perspective on what's going on here. Let's back up a bit. I always like pulling off those jumps as Moira with my fade. Just so it cuts down on the runtime there, and it's like, hey, I'm high enough, or I can jump high enough to be able to make that. So I'm trying to toss out the orbs to help turn this favor against... But of course our Ryan jumps down there where there's no way I can LOS heal him, so he dies. This Ryan was a bit reckless, you know, and unnecessarily aggressive at times. I know he was doing a charge build, but at that point he's just asking to die in those fights. The Genji dove way too much to the point where I was like, oh, okay, thanks for the free kill on you, Genji. But our Ryan here is melting so much. He doesn't block the shatter. They're Ryan, and they're pushing us all the way back to our spawn room, which I always consider just kind of like... I don't want to rant about this, because I know some people just don't consider it a big deal. But I always have an issue with pushing a team to their spawn room. Like, guys, come on.
Surrender to your mother.
So I figure, okay, let's now make them pay for this over-aggression to our spawn room, pick them off, so that way we can then move forward and take the spawn. And that's what should happen. If you're going to push to an enemy spawn, you should pay for it. Like, you should absolutely pay for it. Because you pushed way too far. You got cocky, and now you're going to pay for that cockiness. And that's what happened to the enemy team here on this round. Because from this point onwards, I'm pretty sure we actually end up controlling the point and end up winning this. Soldier here purple and low, and I'm like, oh gosh, we can get him. But of course the Kiriko shows up to save him, so we have to back up. Otherwise that soldier was dead. Bad ult there by their soldier, ulting with little health. I was like, oh crap, I think I'm by myself here, and of course I died there. Yep. Our Ryan tried there, but he still died. So I was wrong. They do take control of the point back here, but we do have an opportunity to come back. Our soldier gets picked again. Our team was just constantly just so spread out, and it was just so frustrating because I'm like, guys, you are making this much harder for some of your teammates to actually properly help your team. I was like, okay, the Genji's ulting, but there's a Bob right there, so if the Bob turns and focuses on the Genji, which he did, or rather I think the Ashe actually finished him off, but I'm sure Bob helped. The Genji had to have been aware that the Bob was focusing on him there.
Tactical visor activated.
A cure for all the tales.
Pulse munitions delivered to target.
So we take this back.
To be unleashed. Let's get him.
So as you can see, I am essentially trying to hard carry my team here to this win. Our Ryan has some good stats, and he's actually the MVP of this round. Yes. And of course, I ult here at the very end of the round to try and see if I can get some picks here and help us win the round. And that is effectively what happens.
I offer something more.
I should also point out that what the stats were for that first round there. So I was 4-2, nothing spectacular. The second round is, of course, where I bounced back and started getting, racking it up, and in terms of the stats. And 14, 9, and 1, 5,000 healing, 4,300 damage. So, yeah. So then, the third round, Hanakoa. So the enemy Rhine picked up Feeling the Burn, going with a full melee build. He even had booster jets here to give himself more attack speed, really relying on that. Their soldier went with On Me, and I was like, that's interesting. The Genji went with Dragon's Breath to have the projectile launch, and I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, that's clever. And then the Kiriko took the double cleanse. I was like, oh boy. Renaissance for their Mercy. So then our Rhyme, because he had already told us he was going with a charge build, went with the Vroom Boom Boom. And he also took the Griffin Glider, so we were going to have a flying Reinhardt, and I was like, oh my gosh. Incendiary Blast for our Ashe, to try and get some more burning damage. Our Ashe does decent when it comes to the damage in this game. He finally picks up Supervisor. I'm like, oh, it's about time.
Almost up.
I think our Ana actually ends up going with some more nano talents or powers, I think. So they went with your Full Potential, which got buffed and is really good right now.
Commencing attack on objective B.
And I picked up Nano Cola, Multi-Tool, and Power Playbook, so I had 60% ability power for this round, and a bit more cooldown reduction as well. I also picked up Multi-Ball, so multiple orbs. So for those who also are wondered about, like, I actually end up dying the least in this entire 7-round game. And I want to stress this. One of the main keys for that when it comes to Moira is mastering your Fade. Your Fade is one of the most important and powerful abilities in the game because it can cleanse you of negative effects and it can really help get you out of really bad situations. Like, yes, you can use it offensively, but using it defensively to keep yourself alive, to me, is the more important thing. So I actually end up getting picked there. But my Orb actually picked off their Mercy. So, and we captured the point, so I'm already here.
The objective unlocks.
So I'm 5-1 at this point already. And unfortunately, I get killed here because the Genji deflected something at me, but my Orb actually gets the soldier, which is really funny. Now, really quick, because this actually bothered me, I wasn't really sure what happened here. Somehow, I have no idea what he deflected back at me.
The objective unlocks in 10 seconds.
Alright, so he starts deflecting. I want to see what exactly it was that he deflected that got me here. Also, why is he looking like that? Oh my gosh, he's all bent back.
You cannot escape.
I'm looking at my health bar over here. I'm like, wait a minute. What is he deflecting back at me? And I think I know what it was now. Whoops. The visor came up on our soldier. And I'm wondering if when he had the visor come up, if that went back towards me and got me. Because otherwise, I'm not sure what killed me there. What he actually deflected back at me that killed me. Because the Genji doesn't have anything that's, like, specifically meant to deflect certain things back. So I was just so confused as to what he actually killed me with there. It was so confusing to me. But whatever.
The objective's open.
My coals are red
Evolution
hot.
is a painful path to walk. A sip for the parched.
Let's get him.
Thank you.
Get on the objective.
They're falling back to objective.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て
Witness a mother's fire. A taste of
I love that the Ana nano boosted me there as I was ulting. In fact, I think if we heard right, that was a unique line that Moira gets if she's using this Lilith skin. She gets nanoed there, right?
They're falling back to objective.
Let's listen. Yeah, she said, "Witness a mother's fury."
a taste of poison.
I've got you.
So I got the Genji, but he got res, and the soldier ulted and picked me off to try and help make sure that they actually got the point and end up winning this round. So I finished this round 7-3 because we don't stop them from capturing the point.
Progress is seldom won.
We just go in and die. And at that point I'm like, okay, well,
It is within my reach.
alright, I guess we're just moving on to the next round then. So now we go to Redwood Dam. So up until this point, my stats are 25-6, entering round 4. So these are the round stats up to this point. So I sell some of the other stuff and I grab Champion's Kit to really start upping my ability power, and I just grab Power Playbook just to finish off with what cash I have. Thank you.
So much action. And then
Here's the funny part. Our Ana gets Aerial Distressor, but our Soldier doesn't. And I'm just like, dude, Soldier, why are you not getting Aerial Distressor? Although the funny part is, their Rhine got Aerial Distressor, but he was clearly just focusing on an attack speed build. Look at this. This Reinhardt had 55% attack speed.
Do it for us. Attack!
And I'm just like, I commend this Rhine, although he even grabs Commander's Clip, even though it doesn't affect the ammo doesn't affect Reinhardt. He's all about the attack speed with this build. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
2-1.
Like some of the choices here by some people, I would have just been like, It's like, why are you going this route? Why are you picking that?
My greeting!
The objective goes live in 10.
Mother's kindness. Mending you.
So, of course, we are in a, you know,
Come on.
desperate situation here. The soldier, of course, does the, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. The, strategic thing, not cowardly at all, of running around, shooting you in the back, and then running away.
We must stop.
Look, I'm sorry. I just... Gosh. I hate that so much.
Broken. May I?
So, of course, because I got picked early on, we end up losing that fight. Because it's pretty clear at this point that, you know, by my observations, that I am doing a lot. Now, in this round so far, our soldier... Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Whoops, my bad. I am so used to the blue up there being the ally, and I'm forgetting that... Wait, no. We're on the bottom here. We're the red one. That unfortunately our DPS are not doing as much as I would like them to, and our Ryan is... Well, he's having fun. Is how I'll put that.
I've got you in my sights.
Ultimate shutdown.
Ruination is imminent.
So this irritates me.
We're inconclusive.
Yes, I got picked by the Kiriko.
We need to
Oh, that irritated me.
Remaining.
I mean, for one thing, she was getting pocketed by the Mercy. But, oh man, getting picked by a Kiriko always annoys me so much.
get over here. This was custom made.
Stop that barricade in its tracks.
So I, of course, am hoping that we can take advantage of this Ryan being overly aggressive. Unfortunately, he is making some picks. He is definitely playing well and playing better than our Ryan at this moment. I am just seeing this low Mercy, and I'm just like, please kill her! And, of course, we lose the round. Well, actually, no, because I saw that, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. For a moment, I thought it was over, and then I realized, oh, wait, no, it's just the halfway point. But the round is about to end anyway, because there's only 5 seconds left. And we end up C9ing. Our Rhine dies, nobody else is on the robot, so of course we C9, and we end up losing the round. So now we're down 3-1, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So now we go to Samoa. And this is a very critical round because, of course, this is round 5, which means we get our third power. So I was 32-8 at this point after 4 rounds. Okay? So, their soldier picks up chain gun, he picks up laceration, supported shooting, and first responder. And he picks up area reconstruction. Meanwhile, our Rhine went with smashing because he decided to start matching the melee that was going on. My business, my rules for our Ashe. The peripheral pulse for our soldier, so he's starting to finally actually replicate the build that I've been talking about. And our Ana also picked up biotic home remedy for the biotic grenade to help with that with the healing. And I also feel like I need to help out with the healing because I felt like our Rhine was dying too much and taking way too much damage. And I need to do more healing. So I picked up Precarious Potency just to try and add a bit more extra healing for my team because that's what I honestly felt like our team needed right now, is for me to up my healing. Even though I was doing more healing than damage at this point, I legit felt like my team was taking too much damage and need a bit more healing. So I end up also grabbing things such as Cyber Venom,
The armory.
Multi-Tool, and Smart Orbs. I felt like also at this point that there was a bit too much healing for the allied team going on at this point with the Mercy and the Kiriko. So I thought Cyber Venom would be a nice, good way to help out with that. And I was aware that the Kiriko had the double cleanse, but I honestly didn't care because I was still hoping that I'd be able to still make a difference by having that. So we, of course, are now in a we have to win or we lose situation. And, of course, our Ryan is super low on health, and I am freaking out about that, and then he charges off and dies. At one point, our Ryan did say that he was having a lot of fun. I was like, okay, that's fine, but can we please try to also win? Meanwhile, their Ryan is going nuts, as you can see. He's running around and chasing us. That Ryan had 65% attack speed at this point with booster jets, commander's clip, aerial stressor, and salvage slugs. Just a attack speed build, which I'm sure is fun. Is it the best or most effective build for Reinhardt at this point? Considering how much it's been nerfed, probably not. But it did get them a 3-1 lead, so. Though it's worth noting that our Ryan did also pick up things like Dampener Grip and Boost Recycler, but also it's like some more survivability stuff along with Codebreaker.
Surrender to your mother.
So of course, because I have Cyber Venom, it doesn't just apply to the orbs, it applies to any ability damage I do, which of course includes my ult. So I'm hoping that when I ult, it's going to turn things around. Unfortunately, they do push us back to our spawn. I don't want them to get a pick on me, so I fade back into the spawn room. And thinking, okay, they are right here, they are low, we need to make them pay for this. The Ryan is there, I am putting anti-healing on him, the Mercy is right there, I'm like, guys, pick them off, get them, please. And of course, fortunately, we do pick them off. And we have to go for the spawn, or not the spawn, the control point. Fortunately, our Ryan had a shadow there, but he dies. We have a Bob who goes in. And I'm just like, guys, we have to... It's overtime. We have to stay on the point. And I am worried at this point that I'm going to get killed because the Ryan is fire striking me. He knocks me off the point. I'm like, oh, crap. We can't lose control of the point. And I am backing up, realizing it. I'm almost expecting that we're going to lose at this point. Like, I'm almost accepting that we're going to lose right now at this point. But fortunately, we did do fine there, and I just ult, just hoping to either keep people alive or help get some picks. And I get a little upset here, feeling like I wasted my ult and I do that just out of complete anger and frustration. I was livid at this point, feeling like I was doing so much, I was putting in so much effort, trying so hard, and I felt like my team was not doing the same. I was getting very frustrated with my team at this point. So I helped get the Genji there. I'm 14-0 in this round, by the way. This is the round where I really effectively started carrying my team. 6k damage, 6k healing. I am doing everything I can to help my team survive and win this.
Surrender to your mother. Break the chains.
Third ult in that round. Third ult. In 5 minutes. Can you tell I was effectively carrying my team? I ended the end of that round at 19-0. That was straight up the moment where again, that Thanos thing. Fine, I'll do it myself. So now we go to Coliseum for round 6. I will applaud this Ryan for not shrugging away from what he's doing. He's committed at this point, and I applaud him for that. Our Genji is trying to now get some more damage, so he grabs Eye of the Spider. Really trying to up that weapon power. I start thinking about, okay, I have 60k cash at this point. I have enough to really get some other stuff here. So I decide, forget about Smart Orbs. I'm getting some stuff to really affect because I felt like Cyber Venom really helped out in that round. So I'm going to double down on that. So I pick up liquid nitrogen to also add slows from that ability damage. And I also grab catalytic crystals so I can get more of my ult. So I'm now at 85% ability power. I grab charge plating so that I can not only give myself 10% more ability power after I ult, so I have 95% for the rest of the round, but then also a bit more armor just to give myself some survivability against their team, because I can't afford to have anyone pick me off. Because I feel like if I die, our team loses. That's how much I am basically, like, in reinforcing how much I'm carrying my team at this point. I am now 51-8 at the start of round 6.
Questionable choices to a minimum.
19k damage, 22k healing.
Taste of poison.
So of course, because of this area is open here, I'm able to take full advantage of my orbs, but our Rhine immediately dies right away, because of course he does.
We need to put a stop to their push.
And I'm realizing they're pushing us back to the spawn. I can't afford them to pick me off because I also have a bounty on my head of 1,500. I was like, I cannot afford to let them pick me off and get the bounty on my head, even though it wouldn't have mattered, because if they win the round, they win the game. But if they pick me off and we do win, they get that bounty going into round 7. So I didn't want that to happen. So of course, our Ryan gets picked off again. But I am noticing, like, okay, the anti-heal I'm putting out is definitely helping out here. So I definitely need to start putting out some more damage orbs to really help turn this around, because even if I am doing this healing with my orbs and my,
Don't let them push any further.
I guess, right hand. So of course, I'm able to apply those with my ult, so I can be able to pick them off. It's like, okay, you're not only getting anti-heal, but you're also getting slowed. So you can't run away from me.
For the Crusaders!
And our Rhine is going up there, ulting them at their spawn room door. So I'm just tossing orbs his way, hoping it's going to keep him alive. It does not. But I'm like, guys, let's just at least take the lead, which we do. I was like, oh, okay, we have the lead, thank goodness. But now we have to go, and I unfortunately had my fate on cooldown, so I couldn't escape. So that's bad. They just took my bounty. And they can just quickly take the lead here. Unfortunately.
Stop that barricade in its tracks.
And we have less than a minute. They have pushed it here. We have to win this next fight and take control of the robot. Otherwise, it's over. I don't think our Ryan actually had a good shatter there. He dies again. So I'm just like, holy crap. I'm like, I'm not going to let this Genji get the satisfaction of picking me off here. I need to make him pay for chasing me to our spawn. Just going to toss the orbs out in hopes it gets them. He dies to the dynamite. And I'm like, if I can get my ult here, this could effectively turn this around. So I'm going to ult to not just apply damage to the enemies, but also keep my Rhine alive. Now they died, so it ends up feeling like a wasted ult there. But this is it. We now have to win this. I am now 13-1 in this round. 64-9. 14-1. I don't know how I got... I must have, like, put an orb on the Genji, because otherwise I don't know how I got credit for that. Our soldier gets them while they are in the Kitsune. And I'm like, alright, now we just have to push the robot far enough and we force this to round 7.
Don't leave the robot.
I'm like, get the mercy before she reses him. We don't leave the robot.
The barricade's moving. Keep up.
And we did it.
Get in there, Bob.
Just a few more meters to win.
Oh my goodness. So I end that round 22-1.
Get in there, Bob.
Receive my aid.
Sorry, I'm just trying to pause here at the very end here.
The barricade's moving.
The lead.
None of this administer.
So I guess I got contribution to that kill there on Soldier there at the end. So yeah, I ended the round 22-1. So we force a round 7. I am entering at 73-9. Now I want you to take a moment to also look at my stats compared to everyone else. Like, our Ashe has been doing decent in this game. 57-11 with 33k damage. That's not bad. Our Soldier, though, he needs to work on that visor build. Our Ryan is just charging around, just being a silly man. So of course he's died 25 times. And our Ana has been doing what she can. While the enemy team, well, you can take a look at the stats there. Mercy up until this point has not contributed to a single elimination, but she also didn't pick up that power where she does both beams when she's ulting. So that's a very different type of Mercy than what some of you are probably being used to. The Kiriko has also been doing what they can as well, 38k healing while only doing 12k damage. And the Soldier has definitely been outperforming our Soldier in terms of damage. Though what's funny is that their deaths and eliminations are not too far off in terms of being different from each other. So then we go to the final 7th round. So I, at this point, have 77k, so I can really get another... I can just have 6 purples. And I'm just like, okay, what do I get? I'm struggling with what I want to do with another power here. Do I want to get another orb one? Or am I going to really go all in when it comes to my ult? And that's effectively what I do. Now, our Ana also grabs our turn so that she can nano the entire team. Our Soldier gets on me for more survivability. Our Ashe grabs out with the bang to get more dynamite. And our Ryan gets feeling the burn, even though I don't necessarily think that's what he probably should have grabbed at this point. So now their Mercy does grab the Crepuscular Circle, I think that's how it's pronounced. Self-care, the Kiriko. Like, basically some people are like, okay, we gotta stay alive to try and make sure we can win this. Hanamura healing for the Genji. Cratered for their Soldier, that's interesting. And he also grabs Magma Strike as well. I end up grabbing Destruction's Divide, which increases the duration of Coalescence and lets me be able to toggle between it being pure damage or pure healing. Figuring if I'm going to go all in when it comes to my ability power damage, I'm going to really go all in. So I end up, like, I'm deciding here at the final seconds what I want to grab. I end up grabbing as well Iridescent Iris. So I can not only have more ability power, but also cooldown reduction, and when I spend my ult getting over health. So now I have 105% ability power and 50% cooldown reduction, which means I can be able to fade more often and toss out orbs more often. And now that I've got 105% ability power, my orbs and my ult are going to be doing a lot in this round.
Scramble my algorithms. 3, 2, 1. Capture the objective.
Reminder, 73-9 entering this final round.
Your end is within my reach.
Tossing out the orbs over an open area, trying to pass out as much of the anti-heal on the slow as I can against the enemy team, hoping that's going to turn fights around. Early on, not so much. Because, of course, our Ryan got picked off early, so because he's charging in, just being silly. He's also flying around, so... I'm not only tossing out orbs, but I'm also trying to utilize my hand healing as well. Just get that healing over time on my teammates as much as I can. Just help save them. My orb picks off the Soldier there.
To your mother.
And of course I have an ult right away. Just get the slow and the anti-heal on them. Make sure that you can bait the charge from the Rhine and then fade away to avoid it. I see him low health. I'm like, get him! I also am trying so much to keep my Rhine alive. And I'm like, oh, the Mercy's low and she's doing that ult. Get her! But of course, we're not getting her yet. My Rhine is around the wall, so I can't keep him alive. I'm like, oh, they're right behind me. The Ryan and the Kiriko, I didn't even realize they were right behind me there, so they picked me off there.
My ultimate is charging.
So I'm 14-1 at this point already in the round. I'm already 14-1 in this round.
They will learn pain, only glimpsed in myth.
So while all that was going on, we got a decent amount of control on the point there.
Surrender to your mother.
Get the Genji with the ult. I'm channeling the pure damage to really pump the damage into this Ryan, get him down.
Remade manifest.
And that's what I'm basically trying to do at that point. Just ult and just go pure damage and just melt these guys. Because other than the cleanse and the Kiriko, they have no way to deal with it. I didn't get toxic on my team. All I was trying to basically... At the end of, like, I think it was round 5 or round 6, I think I just typed sigh or exhale. Just to let them know that I am really trying hard. And they were like, oh, you're doing great, Moira. I'm like, yeah, that's not the issue. I want you guys to do great, too. And we end up winning. And I'm just like, I want you guys to match my effort here. I am really trying hard and really trying to help us win. I want you guys to contribute as well. Like, really match my effort, okay? So, I felt like also getting the Genji there and then getting the Rhine here. It says I got the Kiriko, though. I think I actually just got her clone. But before this round started, all I said was, guys, we can win this. Let's lock in. You know, I'm really trying to get through to my team. I am trying so hard. I want you guys to match my effort right now. Let's win this, please. Try your best right now. It was an indirect also, way to say that to my Reinhardt, just to be like, dude, I get you're having fun, but please also try to win as well. So he makes a big shatter there. We get these picks here. I see the soldier here, we get him there, and at this point I realize, okay, it looks like we're going to win. So I go 22-1 in this round. So, I go 95, 55, and 10 for the entire 7-round game. All of a sudden, the last few rounds, I put my team on my back and I carried them to a win. Just to remind you guys about that. 33,000 damage, 33,000 healing. As Thanos said, perfectly balanced. As all things should be. I have never felt like I carried a team to a win from a 3-1 deficit to a 7-round win like I did in this game. Holy mackerel. So, I may have started off slow, but as you guys saw, for these last 3 rounds, I went off. 19-0, 22-1, 22-1. Yeah! Ugh, man.